Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Module 2, week number 2 of EDU 600. Congratulations on making it through your first week in this course. I thought the discussion forums, there were 3 of them last week. I responded to, I believe, almost everybody on 2 of those, and the third one we're going to talk about in a optional Zoom meeting coming up on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And I'll get into that when I provide an overview of the specifics. So congratulations. I thought your discussion forums were all excellent, to the point. You may have seen my comments in this course. I really do appreciate concise, clear, to the point type of writing. It may be different than some of the other courses you've taken in the past, but what I'm really interested in is just the facts. Give me the facts. If you can keep it in bullet point for the discussion forums, that's fine. One technique that's very effective is you take the discussion forums, you actually copy that, dump it into your discussion forums, and then separate them and use those as headings. So I don't expect that you will write 200, 500 words. If you could keep it to 150, 200 words, maybe in that range, that's perfect. So congratulations on the first week. Now let's get to the second week. We are in week number 2 and actually week number 3. We're going to be discussing qualitative research. Qualitative research is as academically rigorous as quantitative. Quantitative, as you know, uses numbers that's really what you're analyzing. You're using numbers. For qualitative research, you are using the text, you are using the words, you're using patterns, themes, interviews for this type of research. It's every bit as academic, like I said, as quantitative research. It's just a different format. So let's get right to the materials for the week. I have, first of all, the overview video, which you're watching. I'd like you to read chapters 3 and view the videos. Now, you'll notice in this course, it's a 7-week intensive course. I do repeat some of the videos because I understand from previous classes that people, for various reasons, don't have enough time to look at all the videos from the previous week. So you'll see there's overlap. But then again, from one week to another, there is overlap. Like in this week, we're doing qualitative research, then we move into quantitative research, then we take a look at mixed methods research. So I'd like you to read chapter 3, look at the videos, and once again, this is an overview of kind of where we're at in the course, what we're going to be doing. Some of the questions that I saw in the discussion forum, you had questions concerning the actual research paper and the final. Some of the questions had to do with this whole thing, types of research and research literacy, saying it seemed like the article that I asked you to read in the book was more about, is this good research? And that's true. This is really a course on the types of research and also information literacy. If people can come out of this class looking at research, being able to tell, is this qualitative, is it quantitative, is it mixed, is it single subject, is it case study, and where's it from? Who is this actually good research? Then we've been successful in this class. So I'd like you to take a look at this recording. Once again, it's from Jeff Beaudry. Types of qualitative research. That's what this actual video goes into. And then the third video that's in here gives you additional information on qualitative research. So I encourage you to take a look at each one of these. There's 3 of them, plus the overview video that you are watching at this point. This is a repeat from last week. These are all exceptional links that you can follow from the USM library. They're all very helpful. And then what I'd like you to do is read this one article in here and evaluate it. We will use the checklist as a guide, checklist for evaluating the qualitative study. So once again, this is a discussion forum. I don't want you to write 2 pages. I really would like you to just stick to the facts, what's in here. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I'd like you to continue thinking about a problem or a topic which you're interested in. Now, you are not conducting research, your own research. Really what we're building up into this course is you choose a topic, then you find 6 different research articles where you summarize them in a format. And I'll go over this format on Tuesday. If you can't make the Zoom meeting, don't worry. I record everything and I'll put that online. And we'll talk about the final paper, but I think it's helpful early on to be able to visualize the final assignment. So think about topics. And like I think I've previously mentioned, I had a student in one of my more recent classes. They were most interested in the effect of chemotherapy on learning and on the brain. So what they did, they amassed 6 different articles, primary source documents, and that's what their paper was on. The article capture assignment. This is a big one that I'd like to mention. This assignment is now due on July 21st and not not July 17th. So in the syllabus, it says July 17th. I pushed that out because I wanted you to have a few extra days. This was Sunday night. Now it's Thursday, so it gives you a few extra days. And once again, on Tuesday, we will talk about in the Zoom meeting, how do you find really good articles and what is primary research? Once again, this assignment, it's not due this week. It's due a week from this Thursday. Finally, and I've mentioned this previously, we have an optional Zoom meeting coming up on Tuesday, July 12th, 7 p.m. If you can't make it, do not worry. Maybe this will be the only one we have for the class. It might be, we might hold another, and if we need, maybe we could do 3. These are check-ins, they're question and answers. I rarely have a strict agenda. It's not like I'm going to be giving lectures. But I do want to say we'll talk about the final assignment. And I also will discuss the questions on the assignment that were in the week 1 discussion forum. And what I mean by that is, let me go to... So hopefully on the screen you can see these are the questions that I summarized from the week 1 discussion forum about questions on the final paper. And I will go through these. Like my question is, how will I know if I've identified a topic that is adequate research compiled in order to be able to write the final paper? I'm going to go through each one of these. I may clump them together, but if you can make it and you have specific questions, please bring them to the Zoom meeting. And I'll go through these. I think that will help explain what the final assignment, and also I'll give you a preview of the other assignments that we have coming up. Okay, so that's it. Here's the official invite. Go to the Zoom link, 7 o'clock on Tuesday the 12th. I will be there right at 7. The discussion forum, I mentioned that. What's that all about? Well, in here, read the entire article and chapter 3 in the textbook. Here's the article I'd like you to read. And in addition to the textbook, and just bear with me for a second. I'm going to click on that. Pulling up. So here's the article. And I highlighted certain things in here about the article that will help you maybe decipher through all of the text. Couple of things on primary source documents, and in the case of this course, I'm looking for primary research. Now, primary research is research that was conducted by the author. They are writing about their own research that they did. That's considered primary research. So here's the abstract, and one of the clues finding actually primary source research is right in the abstract. And it happens a lot. Most of the time, you'll know by reading the abstract if it is primary source. Okay, first thing that I look for is the aim of the study. Right there. That's what it's a lot of them will say this study, blah, blah, blah. If you take a look at it, it will tell you something about the past research. It will tell you something about the sample size. That is a really key when you're finding primary research. And once again, the one that I almost always look for is the aim of the study was to, or this study examines, you fill in the blank. So, introduction, this study, right there, that tells me this is primary source, I can use it. If it says this study or this paper or this article summarizes other research, chances are it's not primary research. If it says this article summarizes 20 different research studies, that's not primary source documents. We'll talk about that or when we meet on Tuesday. Right here, going down, aim. The aim of this study is to describe the phenomenon of participants' lives experienced. So right there, that's a key. So when I'll show you the checklist, what I'd like you to use is the checklist. So what is this telling us? Well, here's the method. The method is spelled out. The headings give you really what you need. Come down. Who were the participants? This is the N. This is the sample size. In total, 42 people in 7 groups participated in this study. How did they collect data? The analysis. What were the analyses that were used to analyze the data? Process. And what were the findings? So that is it. This is where the paper is. Let me go back for a second. Okay, so I showed you where the article was. Now, the checklist, I'd like you to use this as a guide for the discussion post, and I'll be referring to the checklist quite a bit. So I clicked on that, which will take me to, here's the checklist for evaluating the process of a qualitative study. Now, there's tremendous information in Chapter 3 in the book. Please take a look at that. So what is the title? Now, you don't have to answer every question in here. These are just prompts. But what's the title of the study? What's the problem statement? Did they do a review of literature? Meaning, did they talk about previous studies that were done and maybe even analyze or discuss the gaps in the knowledge? What's the purpose and the research questions? How did they collect the data? How did they do the analysis of the finding? And that's really it. By the way, this guy, Cresswell, he is really the guru of qualitative research and how do you conduct and analyze qualitative research. So that's where that came from. Okay, let me go back to our web page. So here we are. Here's I look at the forest and fields in a different way. Purpose, you can also use this. This is basically a summary of the checklist. And I'd like you to do this posting right here by the first half of this week. Get it done by Wednesday, and then that'll give you time to comment on other people. So that is it for the week. Article capture, this is not due till the 21st, but you can take a look at that. And when we do meet, I'll show you where you can find some exemplars for the actual final paper. So that is it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help, and I hope you're enjoying this beautiful summer weather. I'm right now outside in the shade on a picnic table, and it can't be a much nicer day. So whether or not you're sitting at home or you're in a kayak right now, I hope you're enjoying the day. So hopefully I can see you on Wednesday at the Zoom meeting, but don't worry if you can't make it. That all will be recorded. I'll send that out the next day, and I'll tell you where it's located. But chances are it's going to be located right in here where you come down, recorded Zoom sessions. So that's it for me. Hope you have a great week, and any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. Bye, everybody.